Hi, it's John, and welcome to the channel 3:57 a.m. Sunday, May 24th. I hope you're having a great day today. Got the big blue mug of coffee. And boy, am I ever torn right now. I've been doing this channel talking about politics in Canada and Alberta since just before Christmas of 2024. And if it were this time last year, exactly what's running through my mind today I would be talking about in great detail, but I can't right now. I read an article this morning. I'm going to read a little bit of it to you in just a moment. But I read an article this morning that got me thinking, and I've been sitting here for the last hour and a half, not planning this video, but jotting down strategy about the war that is coming. And folks, we're going into a war. It's coming by the end of this week. The referendum campaign is coming, folks, by the end of this week. And I've got a strategy here that I'm going to try to run across some people who could have an effect on the strategy moving forward. Not that I'm anybody special, but I do have an opportunity here. I feel blessed to know some of the people who are involved. And something dawned on me this morning, and I can't really tell you about it today. Although you'll get an idea from what I'm going to talk about in my video this morning. And the reason I can't talk about it is because the last thing we want to do is telegraph our strategy to the other side so they can react to it. We want to react to what they're doing, but we want to stay in front of these people. So read between the lines when you're watching this video this morning, and maybe you'll get an idea of what I'm thinking. And a lot of you have some very good ideas as well. So I wake up this morning and I see this article. This is in the Calgary Sun. This is from yesterday. Hundreds of supporters gather for Forever Canadian office opening. Former Progressive Conservative MLAs, Alberta New Democrats, and Progressive Tory Party members converged to show their love of being Canadian. And here they are right here. There's Thomas Lukaszuk in the middle. Hundreds of Albertans came out to support the launch of the Forever Canadian office in Northwest Edmonton in a cross-partisan showing of support for staying part of Canada. Voter turnout will be key. As we know, separatists now have a list of electors they're using. This is the Centurion Project list I think he's referring to. He's lying. We need to call them out when they're lying. We do not have this list. The Forever Canadian people are lying. Stay Free Alberta does not have this list. We are not using this list, but this is what they're going to do. We may have different opinions and ideologies, but at the end of the day, we're all fighting to make Alberta and Canada a strong place. Is that really what they're fighting for, folks? Because I don't think it is 100%. And that's part of what I can't tell you. Now, here's a picture of people lining up. A section of a very long line of Albertans who came out to pick up a Forever Canadian lawn sign. Let me ask you this. Here's the end of the line back here, and I don't want to get into we've got more people than them, although we have to show up in greater numbers than they do at everything, and we need to show up in great numbers later today. I'm going to tell you about that in just a moment. But if this is a very long line of Albertans, why not step back 150 feet and show us the damn line? Show us the line. Here, let me show you a line from January in the snow. I don't want to be petty. Yeah, our line is longer than your line, but folks, this is pathetic. Isn't it an amazing coincidence that every time they get to do something, it's nice and warm? Look at all of these people in t-shirts and shorts yesterday. More than 20 degrees in Edmonton. These people show up. I'm not picking on the little girl here, but I'll bet you she signed their petition last year. We had our people out in the worst conditions possible signing people up, having to get identification, people scared. The government was going to come after them if they signed a petition to have a democratic vote. They had beautiful weather last year. And how pathetic was it that in a province of 5 million people, they could only get 400,000 people on a petition to stay in Canada? And they were ridiculing our 300,000? Let's go back to the story. You can read the whole thing, link in the description. Cover your electronics in cellophane. It's vomit-inducing. This next little bit I'm going to read to you. This is a total lack of self-awareness. And this type of person, this liberal here in Alberta, is in cahoots with people like Jason Kenney and Danielle Smith and Pierre Poilievre and Naheed Nenshi. They're all in it together, folks. Even if the separatist movement sputters out, the damage of their ambitions is already showing, said Edmonton Centre Liberal MP Eleanor Olszewski. She said she's spoken to a number of businesses who are concerned about the long-term investment prospects for the province as separatists whittle away business confidence in the future of the Alberta Advantage. I've heard from business leaders how harmful this is to investment in this province. A total lack of self-awareness, ladies and gentlemen, from a couple of weeks ago, how Justin Trudeau, Liberal, cost Canada $1 trillion. This from the House of Commons just a few weeks ago.
With elbows firmly down, the Prime Minister made a promise to Donald Trump to invest $1 trillion into the United States. Well, promise kept. An RBC statement shows that $1 trillion of investment has fled Canada. Under Liberal policies, they have caused the largest exodus of capital in Canadian history.
$1 trillion in lost investment because of the Liberal Party. Eleanor Olszewski. More on that in just a moment with her friend Thomas Lukaszuk. But look at this story right here. Dow moving ahead with $10 billion petrochemical project in Alberta after delay aims for 2029 startup. This is just from January of this year. This is in spite of the Liberal government. Imagine what Alberta could do if we could get rid of Ottawa. Meanwhile, Thomas Lukaszuk with his good friend Eleanor Olszewski. Proud of you for winning your riding, and here he is out door knocking with Eleanor. These people all conspire with the Liberal Party who have their boot on Alberta's neck. Now let's go to Danielle Smith. Sorry for the clip. I've used this before, but it's appropriate.
Well, I can tell you that we've had at least $175 billion worth of projects that have been canceled because of the actions of the federal government.
You look at pipelines in particular, we had $176 billion worth of proposed projects that got canceled because of the uncertainty created by various government laws.
This onslaught of anti-energy, anti-agriculture, and anti-resource development policies have scared away global investments to the tune of $500 billion.
What you need to understand here is this investment didn't just go poof. It was invested somewhere else. Rah, rah, everybody. Forever Canadian, folks. You see a pattern here? I did this morning. Now, a lot of people have sent this to me, and this is true. This is true. The West feeding the cow, the East milking the cow. This is true. So, they get a couple of hundred people out yesterday to a Forever Canadian door opening event in Edmonton. Why don't we get a couple of thousand people out today? I know it's your Sunday afternoon, you've got other plans, but I'm going to be at this event right here. Let me bring it up on the screen. Be at this event today. I want to meet you. Show up in great numbers. They won't run a story in the mainstream media about it because they're against us as well, but I want to see you at Centennial High School parking lot at 1 o'clock today, and we're going to get together and have an independence rally. My good friend, Mr. and Mrs. Albertan, are involved in this. There'll be other people out here. I want to see you there today. I will be there. and I hope to join you. The fight starts later this week, folks. Are you ready? Because I am. Thanks very much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications. I'll see you in the next one.